Hey guys, do you remember the 80s? Well, I'm going to take you back to the 80s and I'm going to show you 15 things that you probably forgot all about, especially if you were a kid back in the 80s. Guys, back in the 80s as kids, it was a radical time to grow up. We went to school, we rode bicycles, we had a lot of fun. I bet kids don't do that today. And today, I got 15 things I'm going to show you that you probably forgot all about from the 80s. Let's start with number 15. Oh, it's a good one. Saturday morning cartoons. Do you remember watching cartoons Saturday mornings? I bet you don't. But yeah, hundreds of kids watch cartoons on Saturday mornings. There were all kinds of cartoons. Some of them you probably forgot until you watched this video, like Scooby-Doo or the Smurfs. Yeah, number 15, Saturday morning cartoons.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Yeah. Here's something from the 80s I bet you forgot. It's a toy and a game. It's the Rubik's Cube. Turn it all ways. Mix up the colors. How am I going to ever get it back again? Who knows? It's the 80s. It was a crazy, radical time. I bet you forgot about the Rubik's Cube. I bet I just blew your mind. Let's move on down the list.
Warning, once you get your hands on Rubik's Cube, you may never be able to put it down.
Next up, a toy line I know you forgot about, and I bet you played with this one as a kid. Transformers. Yeah, you could turn boats, cars, even weapons into robots. They were robots in disguise. They were Transformers, and you forgot all about them, and you played with them back in the 80s. Let's get serious now and talk about some clothing you had in the 80s that you totally forgot about. You begged your parents for it. You cried for it. All the other kids had it and you didn't. You were square back in the 80s, and I bet you forgot all about members only jackets. Am I right? They were awesome. They were cool. They were windbreakers. They would break the wind. Windbreakers. Members only jackets. I'm sure a lot of you cry for one.
Members only, when you put it on, something happens to you.
Now number 11, let's go back to school. Yeah, we went to school in the 80s. And guess what we took with us? Besides a pencil and an eraser, we also took a trapper keeper. A trapper, a what keeper? That's right, a trapper keeper. We put all kinds of documents in this thing, mostly papers, that we had to take home and get signed. It was crazy in the 80s!
Where do you keep them?
In the Trapper Keeper, which also has a notepad and pencil clip. After school, snap it shut, take everything home. What could be neater?
A date with her.
Now we're to the top 10 things of the 80s you forgot all about. And I don't know what category to put this one in, because we're talking neon. Everything was neon in the 80s. Bicycles, tube socks, shoulder pads, slap braces. Everything we had in the 80s had to be bright. It was neon colors. The 80s was radical.
I'm not afraid to get sand on my tuxedo.
Let's get back to talk about toys at number 9. An action figure line I know you don't remember, but you played with as a kid and you totally forgot you even had it. He-Man, Masters of the Universe. Remember that? With Skeletor? Oh, it was a lot of fun. And boy, did we play with it. You know why? Because back in the 80s, it was radical.
TJ, what am I doing here?
Number 8 of things we forgot about the 80s, and you're gonna like this one. It's a movie. We went to the movie theater. Sometimes even a movie theater at a drive-in. We were crazy in the 80s. And do you remember this movie? I bet you don't. Not until now. Back to the Future, starring Michael J. Fox. Did you know he was also on an 80s television show called Family Ties? Wow, what? Boom! I didn't know it either. It's crazy. But anyway, Back to the Future was a movie where he went back to the 50s. He was in the 80s, but he went back to the 50s. That's radical. Yeah. Number 7 of things from the 80s you forgot about. Oh, I bet your kids will be like, what? Huh? Who? What? Yeah, we went to the mall. The mall. You go to the mall today, it's empty. If there even is a mall. Back in the 80s, we hung out at the mall. Went to the food court. Went to the record bar. We had a lot of crazy fun. Back in the 80s, I know a kid that rode his bicycle in the mall. You know why? Because it was radical. At number 6, we'll get back into toys from the 80s, and this toy that you totally forgot about will blow your mind. The Magic 8-Ball! Yes! We could tell our future with a magical 8-ball. Were the 80s radical? The outlook says yes! The 80s!
testicles?
Starting off the top 5 of things we totally forgot about in the 80s. You're gonna love this one here. And it was actually a toy in the 70s and moved into the 80s with us. Light Bright. Little pigs we could put on a board and lit up. What? We played with light? It was radical.
I'm not sure.
What's that? You want to look at the top 4 and you want to talk about action figures once again? Okay, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Chewbacca, they made Star Wars toys back in the 80s. What? Yeah, Star Wars toys. We had a lot of them. We had 10, 15 different figures. We had ships to go with them. We even had play sets. We played Star Wars back in the 80s. Radical!
Oh, yes, real lemon tastes just like real fresh lemons. Very good, very easy to use. You can use real lemon wherever you use fresh lemons.
Now the top 3, and we're gonna take it serious now. Things you forgot in the 80s. Let's go back to when you were a teenager. You had to listen to your cool jams when you were hanging out at the mall with your friends. And you could listen to that cool jam like Phil Collins with your Sony Walkman. Yeah, Sony Walkman. Put a cassette in. It would rewind and fast forward. And best of all, it came with a headphone that had orange cotton on the side of it. It was awesome. The Walkman, you forgot about it.
Now you can celebrate your birthday with Pepperoni and Sylvester Stallion.
Guys, only 2 more things you totally forgot about in the 80s. Are you ready for this one? Are you ready to get your mind blown? You're gonna say, what? How did I forget that? My sister loved these. Secretly, you probably loved them also. Cabbage Patch dolls. Oh, parents were fighting other parents in Walmart and Zayres for these things. Cabbage Patch dolls. You totally forgot about them, but you totally loved them. Am I right? Am I right?
Go to bed.
Now, guys, number 1 of things you totally forgot about in the 80s that you had. I guaranteed you had this one. If you didn't, you at least knew someone that had it and you went to the house to play with it. We're talking about Nintendo NES. Yeah, the video game system. It came with great games. Remember Mario? I know I blew your mind that time. Mario. I bet you forgot about him. Nintendo. Boy, we loved playing Nintendo back in the 80s because we were radical. About time. That's it, guys. 15 things I know that you totally forgot about from the 80s. Did you have any of these? Let's be honest, you had most of them, or you at least played with most of them, because we had a lot of fun in the 80s. Yeah, we played Nintendo. We went to see Back to the Future. We listened to our Walkman. And best of all, we tried our best to solve the Rubik's Cube. Radical!
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.